Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call the February 12th, 2026 meeting of the Brunswick County Board of Education to order. Thank you for all being here. We're going to start, as we always do, with a moment of silence. Tonight we have the colors to be presented by the West Brunswick High School JROTC. They're under the leadership of Major Eric Carrillo. So gentlemen, if you will, you can present our colors.
Ladies.
Color guard, attention! Jeffrey, colors. Forward, march. Color guard, hold. Post, colors. Ready, front, center, face. Reset, arms. Would you all please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I have pledged allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Order, arms. Up, out, face. Forward, march.
You can be seated. Board members,
Mr. Gaines.
yeah. Oh, my mic.
Okay, here we go. So, board members, you've gotten a copy of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Well, I think the agenda, didn't we have a,
We have an item we need to add to the operations agenda.
okay? You need your mic as well.
It would actually be the action, I guess.
Yeah. Huh?
It'd be the action agenda, right? We
Uh,
don't have an ops agenda unless she's adding to the minutes of the committee meeting.
but
An action item.
yeah,
It's an action item, yeah.
Okay,
right.
So we need to add it to the action item.
We need to add it to the agenda, which is up part of the action items, right?
Yeah, she said the ops agenda, so it needs to go to the
Ops.
action.
Yeah, no, it's coming on the change will be to the action items. Yeah,
I'll second that change.
okay. And all in favor?
One
What
thing,
are you
Mr.
adding?
Gainey.
1 minute.
What are you adding?
For the agenda tonight, under presentations, the strategic plan monitoring report from NC Peak Education, we had to reschedule that for February 17th, so that will not be tonight.
Okay.
So that'll be at committee on February 17th.
I didn't see it on here. I think she had made that change prior to the
Okay.
last posting.
Well, then good.
Yeah.
So we're all good with that?
So what we're adding to the agenda under the action items is we have an update, an amendment to a contract that has previously been approved, and we're going to vote on an amendment to modify that contract. So, all in favor of the change to our agenda?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed, then we'll make that change and add it to the action items. Public address. Mr. Rupp, Mr. Brian Rupp, if you'd come up, and Mr. Cronk, if you will let us know what the guidelines are for public address.
Presentations will be limited to 3 minutes per person or 3 minutes per organization. An organization delegation representing the same concern shall select one individual to make a presentation on its behalf. Discussions regarding particular individual employees, litigation, student records, or other matters which may be required to be kept confidential may not be discussed in the open forum setting. The chairman will have the responsibility to determine matters of discussion that may be inappropriate and rule the speaker out of order if necessary.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Brian Rope. I'm the father of a high school freshman. He actually inspired my original reason for coming here. I was originally coming here to speak to you about bullying and the rumors of fights in the high schools, but that's going to have to wait for another time. The weekend inspired me to change my topic. Recently, I've been given the opportunity to speak in front of the community, and I take these opportunities to get to know what the community needs are. When the conversation stalls, I go to this winter. I go, so what are your thoughts on the 2026 school bond? Well, I mean, if the conversation wasn't dead before that, I mean, I'd really kill it then. It invariably halts the momentum of any of my conversations. By the end of the first night of events this weekend, it was clear that the citizens were largely ignorant of this school bond. On Saturday and Sunday, I asked my intern to take an informal poll of the rooms, just asking who's aware of the bond and how would they vote on it if they had to vote on it today. On our Saturday event, Kermit the intern polled 159 people, with 130 of those saying that they were unaware of the bond. That's 80%. On Sunday, we had a much more informed crowd, with only 33 of the 62 claiming to be unaware. On both days, the answer to, would you vote for this today, was overwhelmingly negative. Although this is a relatively small sample size of our 175,000 people in the county, these were members of a community that want to come out on a February Sunday to listen to me speak. They are not likely voters, they are the voters. They're definitely going to be at the polls just like they're there Sunday. And if they don't know anything about it, it's troubling. Now, I don't want you guys to take this as an accusation of inaction. I read the piece in the Brunswick Beacon that the superintendent himself spoke with, and I know that the chairman was speaking on this bond issue on Saturday just like I was. But I know you guys are doing what you can, but I think we might be late in the game. We only have 9 months to the election, and much of the community is ignorant to this proposition. I'm worried because ignorant voters often vote no, and it would be a tragedy if this bond got voted down. In this matter, we are allies. The passage of this bond should transcend political allegiance or secular ideology, and is absolutely essential to the well-being of this community. Thank you.
Thank you. Board members, you've all received copies of the minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
Board salute, don't we?
Huh? Do we have a board salute? I better put my glasses on. I was looking at the big print. Yes, we do have a board salute. Southport Elementary and the Virginia Williamson custodial teams. You guys are up.
Mr. Franco.
Just want to take a second to introduce our facility management supervisor, Mr. Stephen Franco, who works over the custodial staffs. And Mr. Franco has a tireless, very difficult job that he does very well at, and I think exceeds a lot of expectations in how well we expect our schools to look. And you know, a lot of it starts with him, and I appreciate him. He's going to come up and introduce the quarterly award winners.
Good evening, everyone. I am Stephen Franco, Facility Supervisor for Brunswick County Schools.
I am very proud to be here tonight with all of you to recognize the custodial teams from Virginia Williamson and Southport Elementary who have exhibited their hard work ethics, dedication, and commitment in ensuring the cleanliness and efficiency of maintaining their buildings. Head custodians Ms. D'Angelo and Mr. Williamson, together with their respective teams, exemplify a great example of what we strive for in our high expectations of all our custodial staff throughout Brunswick County Schools in keeping our buildings clean and functional. They are an essential part of providing a safe and clean environment for our students to learn and prosper. Now I would like to respectfully introduce and recognize our top 2 first-place custodial teams for achieving CFEL's Quarterly Cleaning Award. We appreciate the pride in all your hard work, and each of the winners have already received a $25 gift certificate card in appreciation of their hard work as well. I'll start with our custodial staff from Virginia Williamson, and I'll start off with head custodian Miss Kirsten D'Angelo. If you want to come up. Congratulations. Next up will be custodian Miss Taylor Strickland. Congratulations. Okay. Miss Sheila Cafella. Congratulations. And not here tonight, custodian Carl Robinson. Next, I'll be doing Southport Elementary. I'd like to recognize head custodian John Williamson. I'm so sorry. I apologize about that. Got ahead of myself. Back to Virginia Williamson. Apologies. Vicki Leonard. Sorry about that. Sorry, Miss Vicki. Congratulations. Thank you. And next will be Southport Elementary, head custodian John Williamson. Congratulations. Yeah. And not here tonight, but want to recognize them as well. Custodian Miss Gloria Willard, custodian Mr. Robert Abernethy, custodian Miss Karen Evans, and custodian Miss Susanna Jacquez. I just want to say these guys worked so hard to achieve this, and we are super proud. I am super proud of them. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Want to do a picture?
Yeah, let's get a picture with you guys, okay?
That's right.
I told Mr. Franco before the meeting that it's rare indeed if I go into a school and I'm not pretty impressed with the cleanliness and the orderliness of our schools. I mean, you guys do a great job, and so to be recognized at the top of that group of schools is You're doing, that's an accomplishment, so appreciate all you're doing. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, moving right along. So as I was inadvertently jumped ahead, let me return to that point in the agenda here. It's time for approval of minutes. As I said, the board has received the minutes prior to the meeting, and you should have had a chance to review them. And so we're going to ask for approval of the minutes at this time. Do we have, got a motion from Mr. Barger?
Second.
A second from Ms. Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
Hearing no opposed, we will approve the minutes. Board committee meeting reports. We will begin with our curriculum policy committee. Ms. Smith, you're up.
Okay. So our curriculum meeting in January consisted of a presentation from Ms. Tiffany George about our teachers exploring administration and our aspiring principal programs that we have here as part of our Brunswick Built initiative here in Brunswick County Schools. And then Mr. Pascal he presented on expanding our Brunswick Virtual Academy. We're still in the talks about that, but we currently use the Brunswick Virtual Academy for homebound students who are long-term suspended, but we're possibly going to be opening that up for other students. We also updated several policies that really were updated by the state. Most of them were updated by the state, and you can go to our YouTube channel, Brunswick County Schools, and you can watch the whole meeting, and you will, I'm sure, learn a lot. So thank you.
Okay. And operations, Ms. Cook.
All right, because two of the items are on action, I'm going to let Mr. Smith expound as he shares those action items. And also we had, for the finance committee, we had several budget amendments that we approved at the committee meeting. So I guess we'll segue to or do we do the consent first and then allow you to make your presentation?
Board members, you've got a list of the consent items. So do I have a motion to approve consent?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by, who made the motion?
Ms. Moffett?
Ms. Moffett, and seconded by Mr. Barger. All in favor?
Aye.
Hearing no opposed, then we will approve the consent items. And now, I believe you're up, Mr. Smith, for action items.
Okay, thank you. I think first is the MOU. Okay, we had requests from two different organizations from the same summer baseball league to use the high school facilities at West Brunswick and North Brunswick for the summer to play their games at. Through our facility use program, we would established an MOU so we could, make sure all the details we were in agreement with were followed. And when brought to the board during committee, it was suggested that we amend the agreement to include use of school equipment when working on the field. So we did that. We went back. The cost actually was lowered because they took out some of their dates that they were going to use for camps. And when you take that out with the lighting and the field use and all the other, it went from 8 to 4. So we did add the cost of using the field equipment and put all that responsibility on the teams. But the price you see is lower than the one we brought at committee because they adjusted the use of the camps from 8 to 4, like I said. So we're asking the board to approve this MOU. We feel like we got a good agreement with these teams. They used it last year. They did a really good job cleaning up everything around it. The conduct at the facility and taking care of the fields and all was extremely high, and we feel like it'll be a good thing for the community. Any questions on the MOU?
Any questions? So I wanted to clarify one thing. So I'm looking on the memo introducing, that we have for this MOU. The 9,325 that says per team, but then you had said a different number, I thought.
Yes, sir. That was put in the packet before the adjustment was made. The number is.
Okay, so that number is
Incorrect.
incorrect.
Yes, sir.
That's not what is in the MOU.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The MOU is for $8,340 per team.
Per team.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Each team at each facility.
Yeah, and I worked with Mr. Smith on the MOU, and we were able to clarify that the teams will be responsible for lining the field,
Solely responsible.
and whereas our previous MOU didn't clarify that the way we wanted it to. And I think that was the principal change that we made that I recall. So do I have a motion to approve this MOU?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barger.
Second.
Second, is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask for all in favor to say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? None. And so we will approve the Good Enterprises MOU. CMAR contract.
Okay, this is very important in the next step that we're taking in the process of building our new elementary school we're planning. The board approved the means of procurement for the CMAR method to be used, and we had 8 qualified bidders in place. We took this step very seriously in choosing this firm because they, along with the architect and the owner, is just, part of a three-legged stool in this process. They're very important in the construction and the success of the school and the timeliness. So we had our presentations from we narrowed it down to 4 different contractors. We had our presentations from each one. Mr. Cole sat in with us, and we were all in agreement to use Barnhill Construction as our construction manager for this project. We worked with Rod Malone, our attorney, to negotiate a price for all the pre-construction services. We came to a number everyone was comfortable with, $491,284. Bringing it to you tonight because the architect is in the schematics phase of design development, and it's very important to get Barnhill involved with them as soon as possible. The sooner the better, as we shoot to get this school constructed at the earliest date possible. So instead of waiting 2 more weeks for committee, I wanted to bring it to you tonight and see if you would approve Barnhill as the CMAR for this project.
Do anybody have any questions for Mr. Smith? Do I hear a motion to approve the CMAR contract to Barnhill Construction?
Motion.
Motion, second. Motion by Ms. Ms. Moffitt. Second by Ms. Smith. Any discussion? Any comments, discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And all opposed? Hearing no opposed, the contract passes, Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
The item that we added to the action agenda is the second amendment, an amendment to an existing purchase agreement that we have for some property for a school site. It's a pretty simple amendment. It's just extending the due diligence period by 120 days. That's the only change. It was in the interest of us as the purchasers. It was also in the interest of the seller to have that extra time to work out to get some information on some important pieces to this property and additional evaluations of the property. So you've seen a copy of it. You've been supplied that copy. Do I have a motion to approve the Second Amendment to the SDP contract?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barger,
Second.
a second by Ms. Cook. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all opposed? No one opposed, then we will have approved the amendment. Discussions, announcements, from board members and Superintendent Cole. You want to go, Mr. Cole?
I can. Just very quickly, I know we did this on our social media platforms as well as through a CUO email to all staff members. But I do want to use this platform to just thank again all of our operations team, including central office operations team, as well as custodial staff at all of our schools for all of their diligent work during the snow days. We continue to find and fix issues that were a result of the very cold temperatures and snow. But, you know, I've seen since I have come here to Brunswick County, we can always count on our operations team district-wide. We had head custodians cleaning sidewalks of their own initiative, getting ready so that kids had access to all entrances at our schools without ice or snow or anything else. I'm just always so impressed with their work ethic and their dedication to their jobs. So I just wanted to say that publicly again using this platform. I want to thank Mr. Gainey and Ms. Smith. They attended a North Carolina School Boards Association training today with me that was designed for superintendents, board chairs, and vice chairs to just become better leaders and to learn the best ways to work together as a team on behalf of the board. I share that because I want everybody to understand that in a school district, in a high-quality school district, everybody's expected to continue their learning. We're all lifelong learners, and we all have to be open to that. So we made a run out to Raleigh today and came straight back on two wheels and for our meeting tonight. So I want to appreciate their dedication. And then I wanted to share just in pursuit of the bond referendum, we have continued to do presentations throughout the county. Since our last meeting, we have presented on the bond referendum for the Charlotte Rotary Club, the Ocean Isle Beach Town Council, and the Focus Broadband Board. And we have received votes of support from all three of those organizations in support of the bond referendum. So we continue to do that work. And I can also use this platform to say I am always open to suggestions and invitations to anywhere I can go to speak. So anyone who's watching this or listening, please email me, call me, give me contacts so that I can get in front of people for the next 9 months. That is the goal, is to get in front of as many people as possible. We also have plans for mailers that are going to go out, lots of other things, but you know we're obviously going to move that a little closer to the time of the vote as opposed to now. So we continue with that work, and I am hopeful that by the time we get to November, we're going to do our best to reach as many people as possible all across the county. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Any board members have any announcements or any comments to make?
I was just gonna say, I enjoy going to the West Brunswick Job Fair, last Friday, and, it was wonderful, but the most exciting booth was the barber shop. District 7 is in Charlotte, little plug for them. Usually have to wait about 2 hours to get a nice haircut. They only take cash. But anyway, the kids were waiting in line, and there was a big mob crowd, and because most of the kids that were sitting in the chair were going from hair about like Miss Woosy's to nothing. So they should have just had the Army right there ready to sign them up. That would have been perfect because they got the haircut and everything. They just go right off. But anyway, it was exciting. And even after the class bell had rung, they were still a mob of kids waiting around for somebody else to get the haircut. So anyway, they got a nice haircut, but it was great. It was a lot of great community, members out there for the kids, and it was a good job there.
Ms. Cook, there's a lot of money to be made cutting hair.
I know it. I might have to go back to barber school.
Thank you, Catherine. And that reminds me, I attended the job fair at South Brunswick a couple of weeks prior to that, and I was really impressed with the energy from both the students and the vendors that were there. I think there were 30 different vendors. The kids were lined up. They were really engaged, and I took the time to stop and talk to most of the vendors there, and I got several very complimentary remarks from them on the quality of our students, their personalities, their character, and it was a great time. And when is does anyone know when the event is at West Brunswick?
That was the one I
That
went
was
Okay,
to.
up at North then, I guess, is still remains. Anyway, board members, if you get a chance to attend it, I would recommend that you do so.
Mr. Gainey, I did have an opportunity to go see Mr., I know I'm going to butcher his name, and I apologize, Mr. R. I'm going to call him Mr. R. Mr. Rollo, his carpentry class
yeah.
at West Brunswick High School, and they're working on a competition. They build the sheds, and they'll be in a competition real soon on that, and I learned a lot. There's a lot of math that goes into building. I learned that too. But the
Yep.
kids were so engaged, and I stayed for about an hour and was just blown away at their engagement and at their just great attitudes about learning. And he was like, you could tell that he has great relationships with his kids. Well, I call them kids. They're probably 16 to 18, but they're still kids to me. But you could tell they really enjoy his class.
Very good. Any more remarks? If not, then I'll entertain a motion to go to closed.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barger,
Second.
a second by Ms. Cook. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Board members, we're back in session. Do I have an amendment? Do I have a motion to approve the personnel list as presented?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barger,
Second.
second by Ms. Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Hearing none, we have approved the personnel list. Also, board members, we discussed and presented and reviewed an addendum to Superintendent Cole's contract. Do I have a motion to approve that addendum?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Moffett,
Second.
second by Ms. Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Is there anything?
I'll make a motion
Closed
to
session
approve the
minutes.
closed session
Oh.
minutes from January 26th and January 20th.
Second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve the closed session minutes. Do I, all in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, Mr. Barger has made a motion to adjourn. Second? Second by Ms. Cook. All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourn.